Webb in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, listening to WCHL. Hey, Webb, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
Great. What's on your mind?
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank
He's a Bernie supporter. A caller a couple of calls ago was talking about ISIS, and one name that I kept thinking about that was responsible for that is Dick Cheney.
Yeah. No disagreement here.
In his early 90s speech where he is warning us not to go in there and how much chaos it's going to cause. And
that's right. We've got a clip of that around here someplace.
Yeah. Back to Bernie. When President Sanders takes office, how do you think he's going to deal with Congress and the battles that Obama has come up against with them? Do you think it's going to be better than Obama, or do you think he'll face the same challenges?
Here's what he has said he will do and how he will do it differently. Number one, Bernie has said, and I think he's accurate on this, which is why I'm very comfortable repeating it. He said that if he becomes president, it will be the consequence of a nationwide movement. It won't be just because, some billionaire wrote a check and bought a bunch of TV ads. It's going to be literally millions of people in America getting out there and getting active. Now, if that happens, particularly young people who have never voted for before and people of Social Security age, which Bernie's a great champion of, who have been historically or typically in the last 20, 30 years voting Republican. If that happens, and if it's basically a wave election, then he will have coattails that will bring with him progressives for the House and Senate. And in fact, we're starting to see this shape up already. Just like in the 2012 election, all the Democrats who ran as strong progressives won, and won big, in some cases even in red states. And progressive issues won in red states, like minimum wage increases and legalizing pot. On the other hand, the Democrats who ran as conservatives, the Mary Landrieu's of the world, or actually I'm thinking, what was her name in the next state over? Anyhow, the ones who ran as conservatives, they lost. I mean, they're gone. So I think if Bernie becomes president, that's going to mean that that a movement has emerged. And the other point that Bernie makes about President Obama, and he makes this very respectfully, and he always talks about how much he likes him and he respects him and honors him. But basically, President Obama got into office and he had this huge movement, had millions of people mobilized. And then he said, okay, you guys can go back to work. I'll take it from here. And Bernie says, I wouldn't do that. I would ask all those people to continue to be engaged. And, basically like FDR did with his weekly fireside chats, Bernie is going to reach out to people on a regular basis. And so, if some nefarious thing is going on in Congress, he's going to, he will bring out the wrath of a couple million people to do something about it. So I'm not, concerned about, I don't even think that the dynamic exists there. Where the Republicans would be successful in blocking Bernie, because if Bernie becomes president, it will only be the result of this major transformational change in the American political system, which I believe is underway. Webb, great question. Thank you for the call.